The following is a sports broadcast presentation of TV10 Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of NCAA Division II basketball featuring the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference and your Shepherd University Rams. Today's play-by-play video coverage is being brought to you by Hagerstown Ford. We deliver to your home. FordofHagerstown.com. Panhandle Dumpsters, because you have a choice. PanhandleDumpsters.com. The Mirius Group. Start planning for a brilliant future. The Joe Ferretti Law Office in downtown Martinsburg, delivering first-rate service and results for our clients. Green Tree Realty, a great place to call home. Jackie Lewis Broker. GreenTreeRealty.com. Mike Folk for Governor. Accountable, ethical, responsible. Folk4WV.com. And by Smallwood and Small, an Erie affiliate. Total Insurance Solutions. Standing by is our TV10 broadcast team. Let's head to the court and get today's pregame show underway.
NCAA Division II and Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference men's basketball action as Shepherd will play host to the Millersville Marauders. For TV10 Sports, I'm Matt Miller along with Matt Crawford, John Alderton running our TV10 camera. Colin McLaughlin is our engineer back at the studio. Well, Matt, as we look at this matchup, you've got a pair of teams that have similar records when it comes to the overall mark, but it's the conference mark that separates these two. Millersville is 13-12 overall, but 10-9 in the PSAC East standings. Shepherd is 12-12, but just 8-10 in those conference standings, and that makes this a very important game for Shepherd as they're fighting to stay in the top six and make the PSAC tournament.
There's no such thing as a non-important game for Shepherd at this point forward, and there really hasn't been for the last couple of weeks. And Shepherd coming in winners of 3 straight. They're playing very good basketball. We had seen them throughout the course of this season win 3 out of 4, win 2 out of 3 at times, but they had not been able to put together 3 straight wins, and they were able to do that over the weekend, coming off of a 70-59 win at Kutztown. Last time we were out here, it was an 83-78 win against Westchester, and this win streak got started with an 85-74 win right here at the Butcher Center against Bloomsburg. It has been a very impressive 3 games for this Ram team, but they dug themselves a big enough hole at the beginning of the season that those 3 wins don't mean anything yet. They could. I said that at the end of last game. They don't mean anything at this point, but come the end of the season, if they put everything together, each one of these individual steps is going to lead to something, and hopefully that is a number 6 spot in the East in the PSAC tournament.
Well, if the Rams are going to get that number 6 spot, Matt, they are going to earn it, because right now Millersville is 4th in the PSAC East standings. Next up for Shepherd on Saturday, a game at East Stroudsburg. They're 2nd in the standings. Then next Wednesday, a week from tonight, at Shippensburg, who is 1st in the standings. The Rams will close out the regular season here at home against the bottom team in the PSAC East. They'll deserve that break as they entertain Mansfield, but they've got a lot of work to do before getting to that last game.
And again, if you're going to get to the postseason tournament, you should earn it a little bit, and Shepherd is going to have to earn it, but again, it's because of the hole they dug themselves at the beginning of the season. They could be in a very good position right now had they utilized and had they capitalized on some early games in the season where they had leads late in games and just weren't able to finish out. And now they put themselves in a position where the last month of the season really has been nothing but Code Red games.
Well, and they have answered the call. As you mentioned earlier, a 3-game winning streak. It ties their longest winning streak of the year as they had wins against Bowie State, at West Virginia Wesleyan, and here at home against Frostburg State. That was games 2, 3, and 4 of the season. So a win in this one would give them their longest winning streak of the year at 4 straight games. Meanwhile, for Millersville, they've won 5 of their last 8. But, Matt, their win against Mansfield the last time out on Saturday, 81-74, snapped a 3-game slide with losses against, well, teams that are right around them in Shippensburg and East Stroudsburg, but it all got started with a tough loss against a very pesky Kutztown team.
Yeah, it did. You look back at that 3-game losing streak, it was Kutztown at East Stroudsburg, at home against Shippensburg, which we know, we've seen Shippensburg play. That is not an easy contest, but they were able to get the win against Mansfield. Not quite the margin you may expect in that victory, but a win is a win. And that 3-game losing streak over the last 4 games, or prior to that win against Mansfield, that was right after a 4-game win streak for this Millersville team. So it has been a streaky team the last month and a half of the season.
Now let's see if Shepherd can keep that streak in the wrong direction for Millersville, the right direction for the Rams, as Shepherd riding a 3-game winning streak into this one. As the teams continue their warm-ups, let's take a 2-minute timeout, and then we will come back where we'll take a little deeper look at how these teams play on the floor, some key guys to look for, and some keys to the game from our own Matt Crawford. A 2-minute break, and then we're back with more Ram basketball on TV 10.
The level of care that I got at WVU Medicine was top-notch.
If you're not progressing in healthcare, you're falling behind.
Is really an integration, looking at a clinical care network, looking at the good people who can help push the envelope and raise the bar for delivering quality healthcare product.
To have my life back is absolutely a blessing. I am beyond thankful for WVU Medicine. I absolutely 100% have my life back.
You care about your car, so you take it to the best mechanic. You love your dog, so you take it to a vet you trust. So why go with just anyone when it comes to your insurance? With a local Allstate agent, you get expert advice you can trust and the best coverage for you. And because they live in your community, you can always count on them to be there when you need them the most.
Call Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery, anthonysmenu.com. Let's talk trash, because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and ball pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
We welcome you back into the Butcher Athletics Center. Millersville and Shepherd getting ready to tangle in men's basketball. Matt, let's take a deeper look at this one. It's a pair of teams that come in with some similar numbers. Millersville averaging just under 79 a game. Shepherd just a little over 75 a contest. Shepherd giving up about 72 a game. Millersville giving up right around 74.5, almost 75 points a game. So let's see how this one plays out. When these teams last met, well, the score was in the 70s.
Yeah, and you look at that last game between these two teams back on the 18th of January. It was a win for Shepherd, and it was, how else would you expect them to win? On a late buzzer beater, it was a 3 fading into the baseline from Thomas Lang at the buzzer to get the win, and that 3 ball is going to be very important tonight as well. Hopefully it doesn't come down to a 3 at the buzzer for Shepherd to win, but you look at Shepherd from beyond the arc this year, 295 of 742. That is good for shooting 40% from beyond the three-point line. When you look at Millersville, they're shooting just 35% from beyond that beyond that three-point line. So the three-pointer, much like in every game Shepherd plays, is going to play a big role in who wins this contest.
Well, just look at the difference in the number of made three-pointers. 295 for Shepherd, just 178 for Millersville. But then again, look at the difference in attempts. 502 for the Marauders, 742 for the Shepherd Rams. It's an average of 12 three-pointers a game. And Matt, last time we were here, Shepherd went home with a win thanks to 16 three-pointers.
Yeah, lights out from behind. Was it 16 or was it 19?
19.
I was going to say,
I'm
pretty sure it was 19 threes, and they were averaging about 12 going into that contest, and it was a much-needed game from beyond the arc against Westchester, and the sole reason they were able to keep home that 83-78 victory.
All right, let's talk quickly. Some keys to the game. You've already talked a little bit about it. And Millersville has to defend that three-point arc while Shepherd has to find a way to knock those down. What else are you looking at?
I'm looking at how Shepherd can play inside. Looking at the height for Millersville, nobody that is going to be anywhere close to what they saw in size for Westchester. So I want to see how Kyle Daggett can do down low today. I want to see if anybody else steps up like a Marcus Gorham down low. We've seen him get some more playing time as this season has gone on. I know that Coach Namlick has told us very bluntly that's not his offense. He does not want to play through a big man, but at some point this season, if Shepherd wants to win, they're going to have a gritty effort down low when those threes aren't falling. It can't just be a case for Shepherd that if threes aren't falling, you concede and it's just not your night. You've got to be able to utilize Daggett, utilize Gorham down low, and see if you can get a win that way. So I look to see with the style of play that is Millersville, I would like to see if Shepherd can work it inside.
Well, Kyle Daggett coming off of a strong effort last time out in that Rams 70-59 win on the road at Kutztown. When we look at the leading scorers for these teams, not surprising, Thomas Lang for Shepherd, the lone senior on that roster, averaging 17.3 a game. Jarrell Jones up to 11.7 is second, and then comes Kyle Daggett at 11.3 and John Preston at 11.1. They've gotten some pretty balanced scoring.
They have, and it's pretty balanced in the top four, but let's flip the table here and look at Millersville. Their leading scorer, Jason Faulkner, with just over 20 points, 20.2 a game coming in, but you look at all the other contributors, 13.8, 13.6, 13.6, 13.5, 10.9, even as the number 6 man. So you look at the depth that Millersville is going to be able to provide, and Shepherd just hasn't been able to find that depth yet this year.
Well, we'll see if the Rams can find that here tonight. Shepherd taking on Millersville in a big matchup, as Shippensburg currently atop the PSAC East standings, followed by East Stroudsburg, then Westchester. Millersville is fourth. Then listen to this. Lockhaven, Shepherd, and Kutztown are all 8-10 in conference play. Matt, this game is huge for the Rams, because if you've got to go to East Stroudsburg and to Ship for your next two, you've got to find a way to win this one at home where you're 9-4.
Yeah, you can't necessarily rely on getting wins there. You got to take advantage at home in a game that is very winnable, and we'll see what the Shepherd's team is made of if they can get the big win at home tonight.
All right, well, we are getting ready for the starting lineups to be introduced. Matt heading courtside as we will hand our wireless mic to Patty Alter, the indoor voice for Shepherd Rams men's basketball, and we'll get the starting lineups from him as the Shepherd Rams 12-12 on the season, 8-10 in conference play. Entertain the Millersville Marauders, who are 13-12. They're 10-9 in conference play. As Matt mentioned earlier, a 3 at the buzzer fading away in the corner from Thomas Lang. The difference when these teams met back on January 18th, as Shepherd got the win at Millersville 73-72. And you know that Millersville would like to return the favor in this one here today at the Butcher Center. Good crowd on hand following the women's action in which Shepherd got the victory 96-62. Well, let's send it down to Patty and see if we can get into those starting lineups.
Number 2, a guard, 6'4", 185-pound junior from Norristown, Pennsylvania, Kyrie Williams. Number 12, a forward, 6'8", 240-pound junior from Richmond, Virginia, DeMarco Suggs. Number 20, a guard, 6'3", 185-pound junior from Grottoes, Virginia, James Sullivan. Number 24, a guard, 6'1", 175-pound sophomore from Stroudsburg, Virginia, Mekhi Hendricks. And number 25, a forward, 6'6", 220-pound sophomore from Bowie, Maryland, Justin Nuoso. Head coach for the Marauders, Casey Stitzel. Assistant coaches, Chris Conway and Casey McMasters. And now your your Shepherd University Rams. Number 2, a guard, 6'3", 200-pound sophomore from Brandywine, Maryland, John Preston. Number 11, a forward, 6'6", 215-pound junior from Walkersville, Maryland, Kyle Daggett. Number 32, a guard, 6'3", 195-pound junior from Martinsburg, West Virginia, Jarrell Jones. Number 44, a guard, 6'5", 170-pound freshman from Clinton, Maryland, Daniel McLean Corley. And number 1, a guard, 6', 165-pound senior from Newmarket, Maryland, Thomas Lang. Head coach for Johnston Namalik, assistant coaches Jason Bordley and Trip Lowe stand by for tip-off.
Well, there you go. Patty Alter with the introduction of our lineups. Casey Stitzel in his 4th year leading this Millersville program. He's done a very solid job leading them to the PSAC tournament each of the last 2 seasons. They went 16-13 a year ago, 11-9 in conference play. Ram head coach Justin Namalik now in his 12th season leading this Shepherd program. The Rams in the MEC last year went 14-16, 9-13 in league play. They fell to Fairmont State in the Mountain East Conference quarterfinal round. Kyle Daggett in the center circle for Shepherd in the kind of gray uniforms with the dark blue lettering and gold trim. In the center circle, it is DeMarco Suggs for Millersville. They're in the black uniform with the yellow or gold lettering and trim. Tip is controlled by Millersville, and they will shoot at the basket to our left as we get action underway. Williams with it on this left wing. Around a screen, and they send it around on the right side of the floor. That's Hendricks with it. Sullivan pops out and takes it. Around a screen set by Suggs. Turns, gives back to Hendricks on that right side. He'll dribble to the foul line, work it down low. Nice move by the big fella inside. Suggs able to get that bucket to Marco Suggs, the 6'8", 240-pound junior. And there you go, Matt, the big fella inside with the early damage for Millersville.
Well, I said I wanted Shepherd to work inside. I didn't say I wanted them to be tested inside.
Well, but you knew they would be.
Yeah.
And that's part of why you talked about Kyle Daggett needing to be able to step up in this one. Jarrell Jones off the dribble, firing the 3. It's off the backside of the iron, and the rebound to Sullivan. Quickly working into the front court. Hendricks stopping at the foul line, hands it off. That's Nwosu who knocks it down. Justin Nwosu, 6'6", 220-pound sophomore from nearby Bowie, Maryland, hits for 3.
Not the way you wanted to start defensively for Shepherd. Down 5-0 early, and usually you can tell from beyond the arc if Shepherd's going to be in this game relatively early. So far 0 for 1 from beyond the arc.
Just the 15th at 3 for Nwosu this season, and the Rams work it to Kyle Daggett from the left side, and he answers with a 3.
And from beyond the arc. Again, Kyle, I told you I wanted you to work inside today, man. I'll take the 3, though.
His 16th a three-pointer on the season, so a couple of big guys that may not necessarily shoot a ton of those threes, hitting them on the last 2 trips down the floor, 1 for each team. Facing up on that right side of the floor, the 12-foot jump shot off the mark for Suggs, left it short, and the rebound controlled by Shepherd. Thomas lying into the front court. Hands it to Jones on that right side. He looks down at head coach Justin Namalik, dribbles out towards that center circle, resets the offense. Preston now with it out top. Giving to Daggett, gave the ball fake on that 3, started a drive, sends to Preston in the left corner. His 3 ball is up and good. Now that's what you're looking for if you're Shepherd, and now a 6-5 lead on a couple of 3s.
Yeah, Preston wide open in that left corner due to Daggett giving a great ball fake and driving towards the basket. Help defense had to come in. Really no other option for Millersville. Good execution on the outside. Shepherd now 2 early 3s.
53 threes on the season now for Preston, and on the other end we've got a whistle and a foul as Daniel McLean Corley of the Rams getting called with a hold, and that will be the game's first foul. Kai Hendricks triggering the inbounds on that left baseline, working it into Suggs. Hands that one off to Williams. Williams down the left side of the lane, lost his footing and ended up throwing it out of bounds. He was trying to get it to James Sullivan along this near sideline after losing his footing, and Williams throws it away. Ram basketball with a 1-point lead. 17-24 remaining in our first half, and P.J. Jordan, Philip Jordan, the 5'10 freshman guard out of Rockville, Maryland, steps in to see his first action, replacing McLean Corley. Driving into the lane, putting up the shot was Thomas Lang. There was contact, an air ball. Hitting the deck was DeMarco Suggs, and a very late whistle, and it's a charge call on Thomas Lang.
And Matt, it looked like Suggs was awfully close to being underneath the basket, which I think is why the underneath official didn't call anything initially.
Yeah, the outside official making that call. That is a Ram turnover on the offensive foul, and now we get an offensive foul the other way. That is an illegal screen, and I believe that one is on James Sullivan, and it is. So he picks up the first foul for Millersville. Turnover number 2 for the Marauders. Still a 6-5 Shepherd lead. Under 17 to play in our first half. A little bit of a feeling out process, you may still say. Jarrell Jones into the lane on that left-hand dribble, had to pass it off. Lang working to Jordan. Back to Jarrell Jones in this right corner. He'll go down low to Kyle Daggett. He spins, puts it up off the glass and the rim, no good.
I like the move by Daggett. Great big man move down low, just couldn't get it to finish.
In the front court for Millersville, that's Hendricks with it, out deep on that right wing. Moving around the screen set by Suggs, has to pass it off. Williams now on this left wing. Moves around the screen set by Nwosu, and that shot knocked down. So Williams, Kyrie Williams knocking down the jump shot. He's a junior out of Norristown, PA. Putting Millersville back in front 8-6. Thomas Lang on that far sideline in front of the Millersville bench. Had it poked away by Sullivan, but was able to control. And Jordan running the point. Around the screen set by Daggett. Moves down the left of the lane. Passing to Daggett at the foul line. He drives down the left side of the lane and banks it up and in.
Set up by a good ball fake on that left elbow. Just gave that quick little head-end ball fake. Allowed for that extra step. And that quick first step for Kyle Daggett. Good job getting to the rack.
We are tied at 8, our first tie of the ball game. Sullivan dribbling down to the left baseline, stops and pops. A 10-foot jumper for James Sullivan, his first 2. Millersville back in front, 10-8, as we near 15 minutes to play in our first half. Jarrell Jones working around a screen from Preston, giving to Daggett, his 3 on the way, and it's short off the rim, and the rebound to Kyrie Williams. Williams into the front court. Suggs sets a screen for him, but he'll back it out. Now a little mismatch, quickness against Daggett. Pass goes to Sullivan on that right wing, dribbles to the foul line. To Williams and now to Suggs. Down along that baseline, works his way into the lane. Nice defense by Daggett. Shot too strong, and the rebound to Preston.
Great defense by Daggett, keeping his hands completely vertical and moving those feet.
Jordan with a hard drive down the left side of the lane was stripped of the ball. It'll go out of bounds, still belonging to Shepherd. And with 14:41 remaining in our first half, we'll have a media timeout. Let's take the 60-second break as well. Back after this with Millersville up by 2.
Hi, this is Eric from Hagerstown Ford. I keep telling you that Hagerstown Ford has completely changed the car buying experience forever. And with a return policy easier than Walmart, Hagerstown Ford has a goal to deliver 350 cars and trucks per month. And when I say deliver, I mean deliver to you, where you are, just like Amazon does. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. The only way Hagerstown Ford can accomplish this extremely aggressive goal is to make the car buying process fast and easy. We simply refuse to play the dumb back and forth games that most dealerships want to play. There's absolutely no reason for you to waste your precious time at a car dealership. I assure you, there is no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. that can beat our price. There's no dealership that will allow you to return your new car if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely has the best price, and we'll bring the car to you. And if you don't want it, return it, period. No questions asked. There's no reason to buy anywhere else. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience and get your new ride delivered to you.
Contact dealer for details.
Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. Our studio engineer, Colin McLaughlin. 10-8 to Millersville with a 2-point lead. Ram basketball coming out of the media timeout. Let's wait and see what they're going to put back on the shot clock. They had 30 up there, and one of the officials giving the hand gesture put it down to 24.
It shouldn't have been 30.
No.
Time had run off that shot clock before it was poked out of bounds. Never hit the rim, so no reason it should have been full.
McLean Corley is back out there for Shepherd, driving down the right side of the lane. Had Kyrie Williams get a hand in there on the basketball, and it's a held ball, but Shepherd will keep it.
It's amazing the difference in officiating when it comes to how long each will allow contact with both players having a hand on the basketball to call a jump ball.
Well, the inbounds going to P.J. Jordan. Well, I should say Jordan gave it to Daggett, then stepped into that left corner. Daggett gave it back, and Jordan cans the three.
And John Preston awfully close to getting an offensive goaltending call. I think he was expecting that one to pop out of the cylinder. His hand was almost on the rim, ended up holding down and just getting the net instead.
Sullivan whistled for a travel on this left wing as he shuffled the feet before putting it on the floor. 11-10, that Shepherd lead, and they get the basketball back. Coach Casey Stitzel not liking something on that far sideline.
He hadn't been happy all night.
Chewing on one of the officials.
He was in the center of the paint, right in front of their bench in that last media timeout.
McLean Corley on that right wing, pulls up off the dribble and cans it. It's a two-point jumper as his feet were on the line when he let it go. 13-10, Shepherd by 3. Williams on the left wing, around the screen from Nwosu. Has to turn and give back to Sullivan. Down along the baseline, Nwosu working his way in against Daggett. Nice defense by Daggett, forces him to back it out. Down under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Williams out top, dribbling to his left, just inside the foul line, misses the jumper off the right side of the rim. It'll go out of bounds, belonging to the Rams. Nice defense for Shepherd. They'll get it back with a 3-point lead. Into the front courts, P.J. Jordan. McLean Corley back to Jordan, right side three for him, off the backside of the rim. John Preston battling for the rebound, out of bounds, belonging to Shepherd. Preston able to keep it alive, and it went out off of either Nwosu or perhaps Ryan Davis, who's just checked into the lineup. Inbounds pass going to Preston from the left side. His three ball is up and good. Hey, he deserved that one. He's the one that kept it alive for the Rams.
Absolutely, and was wide open on that inbound. Somebody was not defensively where they should have been on that inbounds play. And Coach Casey Stitzel not happy on that Millersville bench.
He has called for a 30-second timeout. We will go ahead and keep it right here. Next up for Millersville, just 2 games left in their season, Matt. We've noticed that throughout the course of the year, at various times, there has been a team that has not played on a given Wednesday or Saturday. And for Millersville, this coming Saturday is their weekend off. They'll be at Westchester next Wednesday and then host Lockhaven next Saturday to close out the regular season.
Yeah, they basically get a bye week in the middle of their season. Don't have to play for an entire week. Not a bad scheduling decision by the PSAC.
Not at all.
I'm sure the coaches like it.
Shepherd still has 3 games remaining. We'll talk about those as we continue. Penetrating down the left side of the lane, Hendricks comes to a stop. Sends it out to Davis on that right wing. Now Nwosu's got it, and his mid-range jumper up and good. Just to the right side of the lane, he was able to knock it down. Millersville needed that bucket, back within 4, 16-12. John Preston passing off along the near side to McLean Corley, but by the time he could run it down, he had stepped on the sideline. It's a Ram turnover.
Yeah, great effort, just couldn't get to the basketball before that left or the right toe came down just out of bounds.
Working into the front court is Mekhi Hendricks. He's running the point now, giving it off. It's Williams down the left of the lane. Shot may have been partially deflected by McLean Corley. The freshman comes down with a rebound and back into the offensive end. He'll pull up off the dribble and can the three-point jumper. Daniel McLean Corley with 5 in the first half. 19-12 Shepherd.
Off balance, line drive 3, somehow got it to go. That's a good sign of things to come if Shepherd can keep hitting shots like that.
Well, you got to be feeling it, right? You made the block on one end and then you hit the 3 on the other. Driving down the right side of the lane, missing this shot is Nwosu. McLean Corley with another rebound into the front court, giving it off to P.J. Jordan, who dribbles it off his foot and out of bounds.
Yeah, feet working a little quicker than the dribble was. You saw those feet shuffling back and forth in between dribbles.
Timeout on the floor with 11 minutes and 48 seconds to play in our first half. We take a 60-second break with Shepherd in front, 19-12.
Because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and bulk pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
19-12, the Shepherd Ram lead is at 7. We were tied at 8, and since that time, it's an 11-4 run for the Shepherd Rams. Millersville basketball coming out of the immediate timeout. Working into the front court on the dribble will be Sullivan. Waiting for him, Jarrell Jones. Pass goes to Davis on that right side. Sullivan pops right back out to take it. Working around the screen, we've got a whistle and a foul, and let's see if that's going to go on Jarrell Jones. It will be for fighting through that screen. Thought for a moment it might go on Ryan Davis.
It looked like that foot was moving a little bit, trying to extend his frame to keep that screen on Jarrell Jones going. I think that foul could have gone either way.
Kyrie Williams triggering the inbounds. Will now get it back on this left wing. Around that screen set by Davis, gives back to him. Davis three from the left side off the front of the rim with a long rebound grabbed by Sullivan. He'll give it off to Nwosu, and from the right baseline, the 6'6" sophomore knocks it down. He's got 7 first half points. Nwosu, their second leading scorer at 13.8. Jaden Faulkner is the leading scorer, averaging 20 points a game. But we have not seen him yet. Not sure if maybe he is nursing an injury. Shot from the left side. That's Gorham out there. Missed it strong with a backside rebound to Preston. His shot a little strong. Gorham keeps it alive. Preston starts to come away with it, but it's poked out of his hand, and we've got a whistle and a foul, and this personal is going to go on. Let's see.
Looks like I thought it was going to be a number 1. Now it'll be a number 2, and
Kyrie Williams.
Yep.
Just the second team foul for Millersville. Good job by Marcus Gorham and John Preston keeping that one alive. McLean Corley from the left corner. His three rolls around the rim, comes off the backboard, but 3 free throws will be coming as Ryan Davis picks up the personal foul. McLean Corley to the charity stripe, where he's a 73% foul shooter, 30 out of 41 on the year. Corley with 5 early points. Puts this one up, and it rattles out. Really came off the backside of that iron and popped right back to him. He'll get 2 more. Chance to add to what is a 5-point Ram advantage, 19-14. Free throw up, and this one is good. 6 points now in this first half for McLean Corley. Comes in averaging about 8.8 a game. Last foul shot hits the rim, and it comes down to Davis, who was battling with Gorham for the rebound. When Davis hit the ground, his feet went out from underneath of him. He wanted a foul call. Instead, it's a travel. Well, Shepherd catches a break as they'll get the inbounds. P.J. Jordan with it, dribbling from left to right, stopped at the edge of the paint on that left side, but missed the shot off the iron.
I don't know why he stopped. He had a lane in front of him. Keep driving towards the basket.
Williams from the left wing, good for 3. Kyrie Williams knocking it down, his 39th of 3 on the season. It's a 20-17 3-point Shepherd advantage. Nearing the midway point of our first half. P.J. Jordan out top. hesitates, now drives, had his shot blocked, but we got a whistle and a foul. Outside official in front of the Millersville bench, right beside of Coach Casey Stitzel with the call, and Coach is going, are you kidding me?
Well, he's made several remarks to our officials tonight, and I could be wrong, could be reading body language wrong, but I don't think he's too happy with our officiating crew tonight.
That foul is on Brandon King, 6'5" sophomore who had just checked into the lineup, his first. And at the charity stripe, Philip Jordan, the freshman, knocks down the free throw. Jordan, a 54% foul shooter, 27 of 50 coming in. Ouch. See if he can get another. Hey, he's 100% tonight. 2 for 2, 5 points in the first half for P.J. Jordan. 22-17, the Shepherd advantage. James Sullivan working into the front court. Passing off to Nwosu, now to Williams out top. Almost hands it off to Craig. Back to Nwosu. 3, just right of the key, comes off the rim, no good. Suggs keeps it alive, but into the hands of Lang.
That's a good heads-up play by Daniel McLean. Corley getting out of the way, knowing that was probably going to happen, and probably going to try to throw the ball off of him. Did a good job of throwing the brakes on and getting out of the direct line of where that basketball was going.
Thomas Lang yet to score in this one. The Ram leading scorer, averages 17 a game. By the way, Noah Wimbish is into the Ram lineup. McLean Corley off the dribble from the left side, hits from about 18 feet out. He's got 8 first half points, 24-17 Shepherd. Williams foul line jumper to answer, off the rim, and Nwosu keeps it alive. Williams gets it back, dribbling through some traffic, will now slow it down. Sullivan's got it. Around the screen set by Suggs, gives to Nwosu, cutting down the right baseline, and he'll leg it up and in.
And a great backdoor cut. Shepherd playing good defense the better part of that possession. Millersville just able to pass it around enough and get enough guys cutting back door. They were able to find one.
McLean Corley on that left side, takes a dribble, fires the 3. It's off the mark, and Nwosu grabs the rebound. 24-19, the Ram advantage, 8:37 remaining in our first half, and a traveling violation on Brandon Craig. The sophomore along that right baseline. It didn't get it on the floor in time. He took steps, and Shepherd will get it back. I've got 5 Millersville turnovers in the half. Some substitutions. P.J. Jordan goes out. Wimbish out as well. Cam Stevens into the Ram lineup. Kyle Daggett back out there also, along with Jarrell Jones, John Preston, and Thomas Lang. Daggett picking up the dribble, giving it off to Preston along that right baseline. Squaring up against Davis, spins baseline, has to give it back out to Jarrell Jones, down to 8 on the shot clock. Kyle Daggett into the lane, floats it up with the right hand, off the back of the rim, and the rebound to Brandon Craig. Millersville ball into the front court.
And again, I like the take there by Kyle Daggett, but I think he could have kept driving to the right a little bit more. I know the shot clock was going down, but threw the brakes on at an awkward spot, slowing down his momentum. Thought he could have kept going to the low block on the right side.
Davis will fire a 3 from that right side for Millersville. It's off the iron, and the rebound to Lang, quickly racing into the front court. Passing for Jarrell Jones, has it knocked away, and Lang loses it out of bounds. 4 Ram turnovers. And I believe we'll have time on the floor. We will. 7 minutes, 42 seconds left in our first half. We'll take a 60-second break with Shepherd in front of Millersville, 24-19.
Maytag knows extra dirty clothes need extra cleaning power. That's why the power of the extra power button makes Maytag extra powerful. Wow, dirt doesn't stand a chance against this kind of power. Get a load of this. That laundry is stacked. Not bad, huh?
The Maytag Extra Power Button. More muscle to tackle the tough job.
West Virginia's a Republican state, so why elect a worn-out tax-raising Joe Manchin retread as governor instead of a real Republican like Michael Folk? Mike Folk's the strong pro-Trump conservative who will ban sanctuary cities, stop red flag gun laws, rebuild our roads, and fight liberal tax schemes. Mike Folk's opponents, Justice and Thrasher, two worn-out tax-raising mansion retreads. Justice pushed a liberal tax scheme, then switched parties for his own personal gain, and Thrasher, an empty-suit Justice Democrat who switched parties after backing Justice's massive tax hike scheme. Jim Justice, Woody Thrasher, two worn-out tax-raising mansion retreads. They've blown their chance. Mike Folk for governor. Because it's time for a change. Time for a conservative change. Michael Folk, governor.
I'm Mike Folk. West Virginia needs a strong conservative Republican who supports the Constitution, President Trump, and always puts taxpayers first.
Paid for by Michael Folk for governor.
And that's where it's at right now. Actually, I guess I should say a 5-point lead right now.
You're just saying next it's 24-19.
Williams with a basketball to Davis on the left wing. Gave a little ball fake into the lane, tried to give it off to Suggs. John Preston there to get the steal.
And Davis had his right foot slide completely out. Could have been a travel as he was going to make that initial move inside the lane.
Thomas Lang giving it off to Jarrell Jones. Skip pass to Stevens on this right side of the floor. Out top to Preston. Ball fake on the pass. He dribbles to the foul line, and the 15-footer comes out no good.
Does everything but drop. That thing was about halfway into the cylinder, if not a little more.
Sullivan with a left-hand dribble drive into the paint. Shot it up with the right hand. Could not get the shot to go, and as Preston is pulling down the rebound, we got a whistle and a foul. That one is going on John Preston, and now head coach Justin Namalik is trying to figure out what that was.
Well, they called it over the back after Preston already had the basketball, which to me seems very difficult to do.
Preston is the one with the ball. Yeah. The guy that was over his back was a Millersville player.
Yeah, I find it hard to that's an awkward angle if John Preston has the basketball and is still going over the back.
Suggs getting the pass, low post left side, and they call a travel on him.
I think that was a bit of a makeup call.
I didn't see a lot of foot movement there.
No.
Nonetheless, Shepherd will take it. 24-19 is the Ram advantage.
Amazing how basketball can work itself out like that, isn't it?
Thomas Lang giving it off to Jarrell Jones on that left wing. Works down towards the baseline. Turns, gives it out. Preston's three from the left side, good. John Preston has hit 3 threes in the first half.
And Matt, does this seem like Shepherd's taken about 3 shots inside the arc all game so far?
Hey, live by the 3, die by the 3. Williams into the lane. Gives to Nwosu. Now they'll swing it around on that right side. That's Suggs on the baseline. Left the shot short, and the rebound to Daggett. Outlet to Cam Stevens up this near sideline. Around the screen, set by Daggett. Turns, gives to Preston on this right wing. Preston off the dribble. Fires for 3. Missed it wide right. I guess he was feeling it. Had to test it, right? Suggs with that rebound and into the front court. That's Kyrie Williams who pulls up off the dribble, and he will drain the jump shots. Williams for 3, 27-22, the Shepherd advantage. 5:40 and counting in our first half. Jarrell Jones on the right wing, sending to Daggett on the left side of the floor. Cam Stevens now with it. Shot clock under 10 as Thomas Lang has it off the dribble, top of the key. 3 up and good for Thomas Lang. His first of the night, but his 95th of the season.
Well, you knew it had to come at some point. Lang wasn't going to go the first half without scoring, and odds were it was going to be a 3, and it was.
He is so good from that spot right there at the top of the key. On the wing, left side. Hendricks picked up his dribble. He'll work it down to Suggs. Low post right side. Spins baseline, but left the shot short. That was a great move, but just couldn't finish.
Awesome move. He left Kyle Daggett in the dust, and I think was just a little further under the basket than he was expecting. Went in the jam between the backboard and the rim.
Jarrell Jones on the left wing. Drives into the lane. A ton of contact. The shot comes off the iron. No good, but Jones will get 2 free throws. I think he's a little frustrated that shot didn't fall. That was so close. That foul on DeMarco Suggs, his first. Team foul number 5. Only 9 fouls between the 2 teams combined in this first half. Jones to the line looking for his first points of the night, and he is good with the free throw. Jones is an 82% foul shooter, but has been to the line only 22 times this year, making 18. Figure with his skill set and driving to the basket, he might get to the line a little bit more. Second free throw, rims out, no good.
A lot of times he's quicker than everybody getting to the rim.
Millersville into the front court. Penetrating into the lane and putting up the shot is Mekhi Hendricks, and the 6'1" sophomore guard from not too far down I-81, Strasburg, Virginia, will go to the line as he was fouled by the Rams' Cam Stevens. Nice drive by the 6'1" sophomore. It's amazing. You look up and down this lineup for Millersville as the free throw rims out, no good. By the way, that was the first foul shot for Millersville in this ball game. Hendricks, normally an 83% foul shooter, makes the second, so he does get 1 of 2. 31-23 is now that Shepherd advantage. You look up and down the roster for Millersville, there's only one player who's shorter than 6 feet 1 inches.
Yeah. I think another thing you notice when you look at this roster too, most of this PSAC rosters we see are just jam-packed full of Pennsylvania kids.
Nice drive, Kyle Daggett, and the two-hand flush.
Great drive by Kyle Daggett. But getting back to the roster, a lot of times in this PSAC roster, there's nothing but Pennsylvania kids too on this Millersville roster from the state of Pennsylvania.
That was Ryan Davis for 3 from that right wing, but it's off the mark. Shepherd the other way, and Cam Stevens from the top of the key. His 3 comes off the back iron, and the rebound to Hendricks. Under 4 minutes to play. First half, the Rams with a 10-point lead. Hendricks down the right side of the lane, a whistle and a foul, and that foul goes on Cam Stevens. He'll pick up his second. Another timeout on the floor with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in our first half. Let's take that 60-second break. Back with more Rams basketball on TV 10 with Shepherd leading Millersville 33-23.
Is your dog driving you nuts? Does he have behavioral issues? Is she not listening? It doesn't have to stay that way forever. Hi, I'm Julie.
And I'm Josh. We own and operate Julie's Canine Academy, a family dog training business.
You are not alone, and there is hope for you and your dog. With the right training and right approach, we can help with any problem. We provide total off-leash training on our 6 acres of dog paradise in Falling Waters. Visit juliescanineacademy.com. That's Julie's, K with the number 9, academy.com.
Any dog, any breed, any problem.
Ron Hawker here. You have no idea what Johnny's goes through to bring you the best seafood around. We have snow crab clusters, shrimp, crab meat, fish, all the best seafood you want at Johnny's. It's a tough job out here, but our customers are worth it. Johnny's with 2 great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
Matt Miller and Matt Crawford with you from here at the Butcher Center. John Alderton just to our left. He's running our TV 10 camera. Colin McLaughlin is back at the studio, our producer engineer for tonight's Rams Hoops action. 33-23, Shepherd with a 10-point lead. Millersville basketball as Mekhi Hendricks looks to trigger it. Works it into Sullivan on that far side of the floor. Hands it right back to Hendricks. Hendricks around the screen set by Nwosu. Forced to give it off to Williams. The Rams playing some nice defense. Williams with a 3 from the left wing. Rolls around the rim and out, but Nwosu there for the rebound of the putback basket.
And Nwosu got away with a little travel down low when he got that offensive rebound. Shuffled his feet a couple times back before putting that second opportunity up. I think Millersville catches a break.
Nwosu with 11 points in this first half. McLean Corley driving with the left hand. Gets into the lane. Stops and knocks down the shot, and we've got a foul on the play as well.
Yeah, drove down that left side, got to the low block, fought through contact just to get a shot up, and was able to muscle one off the glass and in. Great move down low by Daniel McLean Corley.
He's got 10 in this first half, a chance to reach 11 as the foul shot is on the way and good. 36-25. The Rams by 11, pushing that lead back out to double digits. In the front court for Millersville, Davis set the foul line, giving to Nwosu. Nwosu down the right side of the lane, has the shot come off the rim. Rebound tip, controlled by Lang. Runs up the near sideline, slows it down, stops for 3, leaves it short off the rim. Davis almost lost the rebound, but was able to save it to Sullivan. Williams on the left wing, moving to his right, gets into the lane and fouled as he went up for the shot. See who that foul goes on. Kyle Daggett comes out kind of holding his face. A little contact at the end of that play. That foul was on Daggett.
That was nothing like the collision we saw in that women's game earlier at midcourt.
No.
That was, I'm surprised both of them got up and were able to walk away with that one. There was if you missed it earlier, Millersville had two players in midcourt both going to intercept a basketball. And, I mean, head-to-head contact.
Yep, Lister and Reed. Two out of the starting lineup who collided, and came up each kind of holding a different part of their face at the end of it. But thankfully, play never even stopped.
They never came out of the game.
No. Williams missing that first foul shot. Williams on the season, normally an 85% foul shooter. He gets the second one to fall. And you've had a pair of 80+% free throw shooters now go 2 for 4 in this first half.
And if you're Shepherd, you got to take advantage.
Absolutely.
Millersville's going to leave points on the floor. You've got to be able to take advantage as the Marauders going to show a little bit of backcourt trap pressure here.
So far, the Rams able to break it. Jarrell Jones into the front court to McLean Corley. Giving it back to Thomas Lang. Millersville settling back into their man-to-man defense. McLean Corley on this right wing beyond the arc. Dribbles down into that corner, gives it off to Thomas Lang. He spins and shoots and scores.
Thomas Lang is so much better when he is able to step into a shot, whether it's off balance or not. If he is moving when he gets the basketball, his shots go in more times than not. And if he has time to set up, a lot of times, I don't know if he thinks about it too much or what's going on, but he is deadly when he is moving with the basketball.
That's Brandon Craig, who missed a shot from the left side of the floor. The Rams got the rebound, but they turn it over in the offensive end, and now driving in a little reverse layup action for Mekhi Hendricks as he spins it in off the glass. 39-28 the Shepherd lead, and we get a 30-second timeout. I believe that one was called by Ram head coach Justin Namely. So the Rams need a break, wanting to talk about it with 1:46 to play in our first half. We mentioned earlier what was coming for Millersville. Shepherd this Saturday will be at East Stroudsburg. Then next Wednesday at Shippensburg. Next Saturday we'll be back here at the Butcher Center to close out the regular season as Mansfield is in town. East Stroudsburg currently 11-7 in conference play. That's second behind Shippensburg, who is 16-3 and leading the PSAC East. So two really tough games coming up for this Shepherd team, who's looking for their fourth straight win here tonight.
All those other teams and more in action tonight as well. We'll take a look at those halftime scores and some finals from the first of the two games in the doubleheaders from around the PSAC. We'll see the finals of the women's score coming up in the halftime show with our out-of-town scoreboard.
P.J. Jordan checking back into that Ram lineup. McLean Corley now with it on that left side of the floor. Shot clock down under 10. Daggett hands it off to Jarrell Jones from the foul line, pulls up off the dribble, left that shot short. Sullivan the rebound.
And Jones is not able to get into a rhythm yet offensively. He's taken a couple of shots from a couple of different areas of the floor, just not able to find any sort of rhythm yet offensively.
Hendricks with a deep three from the right side. Off the mark, but it came right back out to Nwosu. Now Nwosu from the right side. He'll fire the three. It rims out no good. Battle for the rebound. Loose on the floor.
That's got to be a walk.
Diving after it was Gabe Keir, and he keeps it alive.
Keir slid about 6 feet on the floor. That's got to be a traveling violation.
How about Brandon Craig Keir fighting off a Ram player to even try to get to that rebound. A ton of contact. And now we do get the foul on Shepherd, and this one looks like it will go against Noah Wimbish. He'll have his first, team foul number 8, and it will be Brandon Craig, it looks like, going to the line. This is Gabe Keir out of Springfield, Virginia, the sophomore, helping to keep things alive for this scoring opportunity as the sophomore Brandon Craig from Jackson, Tennessee, puts this free throw up and through. Looking at his numbers, just 8 of 15 from the foul line. That's 53%.
Hometown Jackson, Tennessee, but went to high school at John Carroll in Maryland. So a transplant up to the Maryland area.
Second free throw comes off the iron. He made 1 of 2, and Shepherd into the offensive end.
It's pretty much the story for Millersville in this first half, isn't it? 1 for 2 from the line.
Yeah, but they have gone reverse. Make the first, miss the second. Miss the first, make the second. McLean Corley giving it off to Jarrell Jones, dribbling down towards the left baseline. He is able to stop and pop, using the window as he banks it in.
That's a tough shot from that angle off the glass. Good shot. We'll see if that can get Jarrell going. But that is a very, very tough angle to go off the glass with. Did a good job.
Yeah, his first shot from the floor, he was 1 for 2 from the foul line. Keir in that left corner gave a ball fake on the three, dribbled closer, and then knocks down the jumper. Gabe Keir will have the final points of this first half. It's a 10-point Shepherd lead going into the locker room, 41-31. We'll take a 60-second break and then come back and begin to take a look at the first half and how it played out. My apologies as we reach the half. This is a 2-minute timeout. So Colin back at the studio, give us that 2-minute break, and then we will return as we get into our halftime activities at the intermission at the Butcher Center. It is your Shepherd Rams 41, Millersville 31.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
Evolving what we try to do as physicians and as a health system and organization is the mission of WVU Medicine, and it's an exciting mission to be a part of.
With the knowledge and the years of practice that they've put into this institution, you know, they know a lot. They can help you, and they've helped me a lot.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee-wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. A hearty meal of 12 pieces for just $9 is just what the boys need to be at their best. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Rock's Local Market.
You back into the Butcher Athletics Center. We are at the intermission. The Shepherd Rams with a 41-31 lead over Millersville. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton, our TV10 cameraman. Colin McLaughlin running things back at the studio. Matt, we started with a relatively tight back-and-forth ball game as Millersville took an early 5-0 lead. Shepherd began to mount a rally and took a 6-5 lead. After Millersville went back in front 8-6, the Rams tied it at 8. Millersville regained the lead at 10-8, but a Shepherd 3 put them in front 11-10, and they've been able to hang on to that lead ever since. They continued to stretch it out to 7 points at 19-12, got it back out to 7 again at 24-17, and eventually got that lead to 10 at 33-23. And after Millersville fought back to get it down to single digits, the Rams, well, fought hard to get it right back out to that 10-point lead here at the break.
Yeah, and I mentioned in the girls game earlier that the first half in that one pretty similar to this one, where you really didn't ever feel like Millersville had any sort of a run in them. The first half was dominated by Shepherd. A baby run that you just mentioned for Millersville, but I don't think anything that scared Rams fans or Shepherd didn't scare us here in the broadcast area, I don't think. And it's been one of the more dominant first halves we've seen from Shepherd this year that we've been able to call.
Yeah, the Rams getting it done again, Matt. with the three-point basket. I do not know what they served in the cafeteria for breakfast this morning, but they need to serve it every game day because the women's team came out and shot lights out in scoring a season-high 96 points in a 96-62 victory. Shot 57% from the floor and 57% from the three-point line. How about this? Shepherd has made 8 of 16 three-pointers in this first half, so the men's team shooting 50% from the floor as a whole and from the three-point line, one of the big reasons they lead by 10.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep up in the second half. Again, Shepherd's got to put together a complete game. Story of their season so far is being in this sort of a situation deep into the second half and not being able to finish, but right now in the driver's seat and a must-win opportunity at home.
As you mentioned in our pregame show, the last time Shepherd was on the floor here in that matchup against Westchester, and we were here for that broadcast, they hit, what was it, 9 in the first half and 10 in the second half, or vice versa. It may have been 10 in the first half and 9
Either
in the
way,
second
it was
half.
consistent.
Well, and that's where we are right now. 8 in the first half. Let's see if they can come out and continue that hot shooting in the second half. All right, another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Matt will take a look at scores from the women's games earlier, and we'll see what's happening in men's action around the PSAC when we return to the Butcher Center. We're back after this 2-minute timeout. It's Ram Basketball on TV 10.
Making the decision to purchase your first or your next home is one of the biggest you'll ever make. You need local partners you can trust to make the process easy, quick, and affordable. Trust the experienced and dependable professionals at CNB Bank. Our mortgage lenders and our decision makers are local, and we have the advantage of on-site underwriters. With our 9 locations in Berkeley Springs, Hedgesville, Martinsburg, Hancock, and new locations in Spring Mills and Hagerstown, we are right around the corner wherever you may be. We are CNB Bank. Welcome home.
If you have been injured in an auto accident or due to someone's negligence and you want to know what your rights are, call Ferretti Law Office at 264-8505 to discuss your claim for free. Attorney Joe Ferretti is prepared to answer your questions and explain your options. Put Joe Ferretti's legal experience and history of proven results in your corner to fight the bullies from the insurance companies. At Ferretti Law Office, we're here to help you win.
Maytag knows extra dirty clothes need extra cleaning power. That's why the power of the extra power button makes Maytag extra powerful. Wow, dirt doesn't stand a chance against this kind of power. Get a load of this. That laundry is stacked. Not bad, huh?
The Maytag extra power button. More muscle to tackle the tough job.
Back again here at the Butcher Center. Let's check out what else has happened around the PSAC in women's action as well, where we're at in men's action. Matt.
Well, Matt, you touched on it a little bit ago. Shepherd getting the win in the first game of this doubleheader, 96-62. They were led by freshman Abby Beeman, who had a career-high 38 points and had that with about 4 minutes left in the ball game. So it could have been, as Coach Jenna Eckleberry said, closer to 50 if she stayed in the game. Shepherd with that win improves their record to 19-6, 13-6 overall in conference play. Now on to other scores. Finals from women's matchups earlier. Lock Haven gets the win at home over Bloomsburg, 68-53. Kutztown gets the win at home, 69-54 over Westchester. An 88-61 win at home for Gannon. They beat Clarion Cal U beat Seton Hill at home, 71-56, a home win for Cal U. IUP was at home welcoming Edinboro, and IUP gets to win by 8, 80-72. East Stroudsburg gets the win on the road at Mansfield, 61-47, and Pitt Johnstown and Mercyhurst, the closest game in girls action this evening. They get to win on the road by 2 over the Lakers of Mercyhurst, 77-75. That game in double overtime. And going back up to the IUP Edinboro game, that a 2 overtime thriller as well.
Wow.
So 2 double overtime games. I didn't even bother to look. Looking at 80-72, you're not thinking double overtime with that score, but a low-scoring double overtime game with Pitt Johnstown and Mercyhurst as well. So 2 overtimes and 2 separate matchups tonight.
And what a big win for IUP. The first official Atlantic Region rankings coming out in women's basketball today, and IUP's number 1.
Yep, they needed that win, and Edinboro trying to pull off the upset. Let's go to scores from the first half around the PSAC in men's action with 12:36 remaining in the first half. It is IUP leading Edinboro 13-11. With 12:56 remaining in the first half, it is East Stroudsburg up by 2 on the road against Mansfield. Just about 2 minutes into the second half, it is 42-38. Lock Haven leading Bloomsburg. Again, that one just starting the second half. Still halfway through the first half, Mercyhurst all over Pitt Johnstown, 28-11. Just about 2.5 minutes into the second half, Cal U and Seton Hill, and it is all Cal U, 54-32. Halftime between Westchester and Kutztown. Kutztown down by 1 at home, 39-38. And Gannon and Clarion in action tonight. They're at the half, and at home, Gannon has the 19-point lead at the half, 39-20. That is a look at your out-of-town scoreboard.
All right, we'll send it back to the studio and take another 2-minute timeout. On the other side of this break, we will have the stats from the first half, the inbounds. Almost said tip. You don't do that anymore, right? The inbounds and the start of our second half. We are at the intermission here at the Butcher Center, and the Shepherd Rams have the lead over Millersville, 41-31. A 2-minute timeout, and then we're back with more Rams basketball on TV 10.
At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery, anthonysmenu.com.
It's one of the toughest times you'll ever face when someone close to you passes away. It's a swirl of papers to sign and arrangements to be made, all while you're dealing with grief. At Brown Funeral Home, we encourage you to pre-plan. Pre-planning not only makes things easier for you, it protects you from rising costs. At Brown Funeral Home, our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson.
Colin took that 2-minute timeout.
Hold the conversation.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Wosu, he is 5 for 9 from the field, 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Kyrie Williams has 10 points as well. He is 3 of 7, or make that 10 points also. He is 3 for 7 from the field, 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Really the only threat so far from beyond that three-point line for Millersville. Those are the only 2 in double figures for the Marauders. Just a basket each on down the line for everybody else. Marco Suggs has 2. James Sullivan has 2. 3 for Makai Hendricks. 2 for Gabe Kier. And 1 point for Brandon Craig. For Shepherd in double figures, just 1, and that's Dan McLean Corley, or as Patty Alter likes to call him, DMC. He is 4 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc, 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. 9 points for John Preston. That's 3 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Preston has also contributed 5 rebounds for the Rams. 7 points for Kyle Daggett, 5 for P.J. Jordan, 6 for Thomas Lang, and 3 for Jarrell Jones. Matt, some team numbers.
Well, shooting going the way of Shepherd, 50% from the floor, 14 of 28, 40% for Millersville. They're 12 of 30. The Marauders just 36% from beyond the arc. That's 4 of 11. Shepherd 50% from three-point land. That's 8 of 16. Neither team having a great free throw shooting first half. 50% for Millersville, 3 of 6. Shepherd 63%, 5 of 8. A +3 rebounding edge for Millersville, 19 to 16. A +2 turnover edge for Shepherd, committing 5 while forcing 7 turnovers. One thing Shepherd has to do a better job of is defensive rebounding. While the Rams do have 13 defensive rebounds, Millersville had 6 offensive boards to just 3 offensive boards for the Shepherd Rams. See if the Rams can limit some of those opportunities, those second chance opportunities for Millersville. Marauder basketball as we get our second half underway. James Sullivan going to trigger the inbounds to Makai Hendricks. Suggs is on the floor, and Wosu on the floor, and Williams on the floor as well. It's Williams with it on that left side. He tries to drive to the baseline, bumped and fouled by McLean Corley. McLean Corley is out there along with Lang, Jones, Preston, and Daggett. So the Rams go back to their starting 5. Second foul on McLean Corley in the game. First foul of the second half. It only took 10 seconds in the half to get that foul. Out top with it. Pulling the trigger on the 3 was Makai Hendricks. Off the mark. Suggs the rebound, fouled as he was going back towards the rim. That one should go and will go on John Preston, his second.
And that was a case where Kyle Daggett just mistimed the jump. Suggs got the perfect timing going up to get that rebound, and by the time he was completely airborne, Kyle Daggett still 2 feet firmly planted on the ground.
Free throw rattles in and out, no good for the big fella, DeMarco Suggs, 6'8", 240. Suggs, a 75% foul shooter, 9 of 12 on the season. Comes in averaging only about 1.5 points a game. Puts this one up and through, so he's doubled that. He's got 3 points now.
Hard to get those half points, man.
41 to 32. I just read the averages. I understand. Thomas Lang in the front court, trying to avoid the double team, dribbling around the perimeter from right to left, giving off to Jones, now to Preston. From the top of the key, Preston sending to McLean Corley. Left side 3, got it. Daniel McLean Corley, the leading scorer with 11 in the first half, picks up where he left off, his second 3 of the night.
Yeah, 11 points in that first half, really rolling the leading scorer for Shepherd by far in that first half, and a little slower in the end of that first half, but picking up very well to start this second.
Sullivan on the far wing, right in front of his own bench. Dribbles to that foul line, gives it off to Nwosu, into the lane with that left-hand dribble. Right hands it up, Suggs tip attempt would not go. Rebound loose on the floor, out of bounds. It'll belong to Shepherd. Thomas Lang shielding Nwosu from being able to get to that basketball, and he goes out of bounds, and Shepherd will have it. 44-32. The Ram lead is at 12, 18-40 and counting in the contest. Shepherd looking for their 4th straight win, a season-long winning streak. They have won 3 in a row one other time this season, way back at the beginning of the year. Good defense by Millersville as Shepherd works it around the perimeter. Jarrell Jones trying to dribble to his right, then a between the legs dribble back to his left, lost it. Coming out of there with it and driving length of the floor is Mekhi Hendricks, and the layup is good. That turnover leads directly to points, 44-34. The Ram lead cut to 10. Daggett on this left wing, giving at the top of the key to McLean Corley. It's Jones now on that right side of the floor. Back to McLean Corley to his right. Euro step and then right hands it up, but the shot did not go. A whistle and a foul on James Sullivan.
And a beautiful Euro step at that in the lane. Really planted that right foot and gave the complete body fake before coming back to the left.
McLean Corley will step to the foul line where he's 2 for 4 on the night.
McLean Corley goes to the line for shot and shooting 2.
Saw one of the big fellas that used to play locally for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, went on to play at Clemson, and now in the NBA, Dwayne Grantham. Excuse me.
Dante
Grantham is here.
You're a few generations off there.
I am, as McLean Corley puts this one up and through. Yeah, Dante Grantham.
Right now at the Clippers organization?
Yeah, that's the last that I had heard. I had not checked.
You could yell 2 rows down and ask
the All-Star
to verify.
McLean Corley putting both free throws up and through, 46-34.
And a connection to this game, teammates with Jarrell Jones, correct?
Yes. And Wosu on that right side of the floor, giving to Suggs out beyond the arc. Hands it off to Williams, and we've got a whistle and a foul. McLean Corley on the hold. Oh boy, that's his third, and now Coach Justin Namalik going to have to pull him and bring in P.J. Jordan. You give up some size. Jordan only 5'10" at 173 on that frame. He's a freshman. McLean Corley also a freshman, but he is 6'5" and 170. Out top, Sullivan with it around the screen set by Suggs. Has to pick up that dribble. On the near sideline, Hendricks had it, gives to Suggs, who steps on that sideline, or baseline, I should say. He was trying to work his way around Kyle Daggett and ended up stepping out of bounds.
And Coach Casey Stitzel almost going to the baseline to say, hey, there was some contact. There's the reason he stepped on the baseline. I think it was good defense from our vantage point.
Yeah, you use that baseline as an extra defender, right? Your job, get your body over there and try to prevent the ability to go down that baseline.
Pinning into the boards almost like hockey. Use it as your advantage.
Jarrell Jones from the left corner dribbles into the lane, passes out to Thomas Lang, and the 3-ball up and good, and Lang has his third 3 of the night.
All he's done is knock down 3s so far, Matt.
49-34, and Shepherd has added 2 more to their first half total, so 10 3-pointers in the ball game. Hendricks driving in at his shot, rejected by Preston. Lang comes away with it, racing into the front court. He'll slow it down. Jordan with it on the wing left side. Maintains that dribble to his right, gets into the lane, kicks it out to Lang on the right side of the floor, took a dribble to his right and hits another 3.
And again, what was he doing, Matt? He was moving. He gave up the first 3, gave a little pump fake, and never completely set his feet as he moved to the right, was still leaning that body, and it is amazing how much more comfortable he seems when he is not standing still, putting those 3-pointers up.
That's going to be a timeout needed by Coach Casey Stitzel and Millersville. It looks like a full timeout. Let's take 60 as well. 16:27 to play in this one, and Shepherd now in front, 52-34.
West Virginia's a Republican state, so why elect a worn-out tax-raising Joe Manchin retread as governor instead of a real Republican like Michael Folk? Mike Folk's the strong pro-Trump conservative who will ban sanctuary cities, stop red flag gun laws, rebuild our roads, and fight liberal tax schemes. Mike Folk's opponents, Justice and Thrasher, 2 worn-out tax-raising Manchin retreads. Justice pushed a liberal tax scheme, then switched parties for his own personal gain, and Thrasher, an empty-suit Justice Democrat who switched parties after backing Justice's massive tax hike scheme. Jim Justice, Woody Thrasher, 2 worn-out tax-raising Manchin retreads. They've blown their chance. Mike Folk for governor. Because it's time for a change. Time for a conservative change. Michael Folk, governor.
I'm Mike Folk. West Virginia needs a strong conservative Republican who supports the Constitution, President Trump, and always puts taxpayers first.
Paid for by Michael Folk for governor.
who had to sit down with 3 fouls. Shepherd's got to be careful not to get into foul trouble. Cam Stevens had 2 in that first half. Otherwise, no major foul issues. Kyrie Williams to trigger that inbound. Still looking eventually. Gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan to his left. Goes all the way to the rim, and with that left hand lays it up and in.
Good take. Just let that lane open up on the left side. Let his teammates do the work. All he had to do was take it to the rim.
Well, and he had to finish, and he did just that off the glass. 52-36. Shepherd's lead, and they've got the ball. Now a zone defense being applied by Millersville. Deep 3 from the right side for Thomas Lang. Off the rim, no good. High into the air.
Feet were set.
Williams grabs that rebound.
I'm telling you, it's impeccable.
He needs to be moving. And Nwosu at the foul line, sending to Sullivan on that left wing. Around the screen, set by Nwosu, bounces it down low. That's Suggs with his back to the basket, spins baseline. Oh, looked like some contact, no foul called. Daggett may have gotten away with one, out of bounds off Preston.
And a lot of times that'll be a foul just because Daggett got into the air. I agree there was contact as well, but a lot of times the offensive player will get the benefit of the doubt when he gets the defender up in the air.
All right, now it's immediate timeout with 15:28 to play in this contest. Let's again take a 60-second break with Shepherd out in front, 52-36.
Maytag knows extra dirty clothes need extra cleaning power. That's why the power of the extra power button makes Maytag extra powerful. Wow, dirt doesn't stand a chance against this kind of power. Get a load of this. That laundry is stacked. Not bad, huh?
The Maytag extra power button. More muscle to tackle the tough job.
Well, Ice Ice Baby being played here at the Butcher Center.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Well, it may be the theme right now for Millersville, who has been a little ice cold to get this second half started. Shepherd, on the other hand, has continued their hot shooting and extending that lead out now to 52-36. Millersville ball coming out of that media timeout. Davis with it at the foul line, gives it off to Sullivan. His 16-foot jumper rims out, no good. Preston the rebound. Not a bad look. James Sullivan, the 6'3 junior from Grottoes, Virginia, had the good open look, but just couldn't knock it down.
Proud of Spotswood High School.
TJ Jordan starts to drive, kicks to Preston, left corner 3. Strong off the back rim, and Sullivan runs down the rebound. Into the front court, Hendricks with it, moving to his left. Gives it off along the baseline, left side, and Nwosu knocks down the shot. He's got 13. 52-38. Millersville with a stop and a bucket. Looking to do that again, try to work their way a little closer. Thomas Lang sending near side, ball tipped by Sullivan. Jones grabs it. Back to Lang on that right side of the floor. Passing in the left corner intended for Preston. Good hands by Ryan Davis. He knocks it out of bounds. He's out of Woodbine, Maryland. A 6'6 freshman forward.
Pride of Glen Elk High School. Howard County, Maryland.
Familiar with some of these schools, are you?
I am. Played a lot of them.
John Preston throwing the inbounds into the backcourt. TJ Jordan's got it. Got to keep an eye on that shot clock, down to 6 seconds. Lang in front of the Ram bench from the right sideline. Drains another 3.
All right, feet were still. Can't say anything about that one. That was just a good shot by Thomas Lang.
He has hit 5 shots on the night. Guess what? All 5 are 3-pointers. 15 points, just shy of his average of 17. Williams pass into the lane and a kicked ball. And it will stay with Millersville.
James Sullivan got free. He was cutting back toward the basket, wide open. Just couldn't get anybody to find him.
And couldn't get the ball through. It got kicked away. Williams with it. Right side 3. He rattles it home. Kyrie Williams has his 4th 3 of the night. He's got 13 points. 55-41. Shepherd with the advantage and the basketball. Working against that zone defense. Jordan on the left wing. Dribbles to the top of the key. Turns, gives to Lang. He'll fire the three. We've got a whistle. We've got a foul. And Lang will go to the line to shoot 3 free throws as James Sullivan picks up his 3rd foul. Now, Lang is not a guy you want to send to the charity stripe. 88% on the season. 66 makes in 75 attempts.
And it's amazing he gets to the line that much, to be honest with you, with all the shots he takes as he makes that first free throw. All the shots he takes from beyond the arc, you don't think of Thomas Lang as necessarily that guy that is going to drive into the basket all that often.
Yeah, but if you can get fouled and make it 3 times every time you go to the line, I guess that adds up.
John Alderton said the math adds up.
Well, he makes all 3 foul shots, so he keeps his string alive. Every time he scored tonight, 3 points have gone on the board for the Rams, who lead 58-41. Hendricks out top, guarded by Thomas Lang. Giving it off to Williams. Again to Hendricks. He'll drive it to the basket. Shot blocked by Daggett. Preston comes away with a Ram basketball.
Was that a block by Daggett, or was that a block by Preston coming over the back?
I thought Daggett got it, and then Preston grabbed it. Lang the other way. Pulls up from the foul line. His shot off the mark. Hendricks quickly the other way. Maybe.
No, you could very well be. I saw Preston's hand come up. It was a block, and Preston came down with it.
I was going to say, Preston came down with it. Both guys were right there. Williams with a foul line jumper for Millersville. It's off the mark. And Shepherd will head back into the offensive end. 12:40 and counting in our second half. And Jordan in front of that Ram bench, getting some instruction from Coach Namlik as he's setting things up offensively. Daggett sets the screen. Jordan moves around it now, back to his left, fires that 3. Missed it off the back of the rim and to the left. I hate to say it, but that one kind of went clank.
Yeah, I believe they call that a brick.
Hendricks with it. He'll fire the deep 3 and got it. Wow. Makai Hendricks with his first 3 on the night. That was a big one. That is his 43rd on the season, so he's pretty good from out there.
Still a big hole to climb out of for Millersville, but you got to start with 1 shot at a time. See if that sparks a little bit of a run. Still haven't really seen an offensive run for them yet in this game.
58-44, the Shepherd advantage. Preston open, right corner 3 on the way. Got it.
That's one way to make sure they don't go on a run.
John Preston for 3, 61-44, that Ram advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shepherd has hit 5 shots from the floor in the second half. You're not going to guess where they've been from.
I'm guessing behind that arc that goes from sideline to sideline.
Yeah, all of them from beyond the arc. Making a spin move to the basket and putting it up and in is Kyrie Williams.
What was that continuation? Or that was NBA continuation.
I was going to say the whistle seemed to occur well out as he was just getting inside the 3-point arc to begin that move, but they allowed it to continue. And I think Ram assistant Jason Bordley is asking that very same question. Now Coach Namlik in there as well. Nonetheless, it is a foul. That personal will go on P.J. Jordan. It'll be his second, and that will lead us into a media timeout. Let's go ahead and take just a 30-second break. 30 seconds, and then we return to the Butcher Center, where the Ram lead is 61-46. (61-46), the Shepherd advantage. Matt Thomas Lang has hit 3 threes. John Preston has hit 1 3. Daniel McLean Corley has hit 1 3. Those are the only shots from the floor in the second half for the Rams. McLean Corley has added 2 free throws, and Lang has added 3 free throws.
3's wild.
Wow.
Matt, the Shepherd baseball team comes home this weekend.
Yes. Fairfax Field, Saturday and Sunday. get out and take in the action. The Rams 3-6 through their first 9 games of the season, all on the road as they headed a little further south where they might find some warmer weather. It's actually
didn't find much.
You had 50 this weekend, maybe some of the best weather they've seen. Williams out of the timeout, hits the free throw, 61-47 the Shepherd lead. The Rams break some full court pressure by Millersville. And now Shepherd sets up the offense. Jordan on that right wing. Sends to Preston. Going to drive it into the lane to Kyle Daggett. Layup good. Oh, that's good ball movement by Shepherd and a good cut by Daggett to the rim. Seeing that open lane, and Preston found him. I was thinking maybe Daggett had the position to go up for that big two-hand flush like we saw in the first half. But a good decision to just lay it off the glass. Deep three from Davis from that left side, rims out for Millersville. Ram basketball as they'll head the other way. Right now it looks like Shepherd in control of this one. Wait and see if Millersville has a run left in him. P.J. Jordan sends it off to Lang. Left side three on the way. He got another one. Boy, the Rams red hot from beyond the arc.
You know, him hitting the last couple of threes sitting flat-footed is really taking away my theory here.
6 threes in the second half means 14 now in the ball game.
On pace for their 19 they had the last time they were at home.
Williams driving baseline left, gets the shot, the hoop and the harm, as it looks like Kyle Daggett will have a second foul. Now Williams, the leading scorer right now for this Millersville team. He's got 8 points in this second half after 10 in the first, so 18 in the ball game, and a chance to reach 19 if he can complete the old-fashioned three-point play, and he can't. Oh boy, that one rolled in and out. Preston had the rebound, but poked away from him, and loose ball grabbed by Jordan. (66-49). The Shepherd lead, under 10 minutes now to play in this one. McLean Corley on that right side of the floor, put it on the floor with a left-hand dribble drive. Wow, he was losing the ball as we got a whistle and a foul.
Got bailed out with a foul.
Ryan Davis on the personal.
And he has palms to the air, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Daniel McLean Corley lost the ball going into the lane. There was no foul there.
The Ram inbound goes to Preston from the right side. His 3 balls off the mark. Rebound to Sullivan, racing into the front court down the right side of the lane. He'll stop and shoot on the run. Missed it wildly long. Rebound got tipped around, though. Sullivan's got it back to Davis. Down to Nwosu. Left baseline jumper good for Justin Nwosu. He's up to 15.
Yeah, that 13 to 15-foot jump shot is the bread and butter of Justin Nwosu. He's hit a couple of those today, and that one with a hand in his face.
Shepherd needs a bucket on this trip down the floor. Millersville threatening one of those mini runs that you talked about earlier. McLean Corley into the lane, right hands it up, short off the rim, and the rebound to Davis.
That wasn't it.
Quickly down the floor to Nwosu. He'll drive in and left hand, a layup good for Justin Nwosu. 66-53. Hearing a little murmurs around the facility here at the Butcher Center after that basket.
And Shepherd slowly into the front court. Justin Amelick on the sideline saying, hurry it up, let's go. He wants to play fast pace, and I don't think liking the slow offensive set right now for the Rams, under 10 on the shot clock.
Jordan dribbling himself into some trouble, gives it off to Thomas Lang, three-pointer straight away, off the right side of the rim, no good. Williams runs down the rebound. He'll work into the front court. Sending it off along the baseline left side to Keir. He tried to drive but had to back it out. So good defense for Shepherd.
And Matt, don't look now. If Millersville can hit a 3, it's a 10-point ball game.
I was thinking that. Williams down the right side of the lane, draws contact and a foul. I think they're going to call it on the floor. He threw it up towards the rim just to see if he could get free throws.
It'll be free throws regardless, Matt. That's team foul number 7.
There you go on P.J. Jordan. That's going to be his 3rd personal. Lang's going to come out for a quick breather. Terrell Jones back out there for Shepherd. And Kyrie Williams to the line where he has gone 2 for 4 tonight. Couple of dribbles. Kind of shrugs the shoulders and then puts it up and in. We said back in that first half, normally an 85% free throw shooter. So you don't expect him to hold at this 50% rate here in this game. Another opportunity coming. It's on the way, and it's good.
Millersville's definitely improved in the second half from the foul line. The story of the team was 1 for 2 from the line in that first half.
A little full court pressure again. Jarrell Jones going to Jordan, still in the backcourt. Back to Jones up the near sideline, passing ahead to Daggett. He'll give in the lane to Preston. Back out to Jordan.
Well, I think Jordan's got to shoot that. You're not going to get a cleaner look stepping into a pass like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. With this much time still on the clock, which is now down to 8 on that shot clock, may not have been a bad idea to hold it.
If you look at it now, they're going to have to force something.
And Jordan driving down the left side of the lane. We got a whistle, and we will have a foul, and it's a blocking foul. And the reason it's a blocking foul on Mekhi Hendricks, he was inside that circle.
Another late whistle, Matt.
Yeah, Coach Stitzel can't believe it. Out on the floor, palms out. What? Come on. Are you kidding me? Again, a late whistle. The Rams the beneficiary, and we are into another media timeout. 7:43 remaining in this one. Don't go away. We're back after this 60-second break. Shepherds lead down to 11, 66-55.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee Wee to the big boys to the wing T formation, a hearty meal of 12 pieces for just $9 is just what the boys need to be at their best. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Omaha!
Rock's Local Market.
Now Millersville putting together a little bit of a run. It's been an 8-0 run since the Rams had that lead out to 66-47. Coming out of the timeout, going to the line for Shepherd is P.J. Jordan, and his free throw up and good. He's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. His first point of this second half. He's got 6 on the game.
Which is good for PJ. He came in only a 54% free throw shooter.
Well, he misses the second.
Right on cue.
A rebound to Millersville. They're into the front court. Down by 12. Penetrating into the lane, Hendricks, a lot of contact, and again a very late whistle as the shot came off the front of the rim. The foul was on P.J. Jordan, his 4th. I don't have an issue with it.
Me, I don't have an issue with the call, but take the whistle out of the pocket and blow it.
It's going to send Mekhi Hendricks to the line. He made 1 of 2 in the first half and misses this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 free throws in the second half, and Matt, they're just 4 of 7. So what looked like a more promising second half from the line has turned out not quite to be the case. This one is up and good. Hendricks gets 1 out of 2. 67-56, the Shepherd advantage. Again, some full court pressure. Thomas Lang giving it off to Jarrell Jones in the front court. Jones on the wing left side. Gets a screen set by Daggett. Drives down to the baseline, spins and banks it up and in. Tough shot, Jarrell Jones.
Yeah, great move. Gave a little fake that he was going to go and drive baseline, maybe go for the reverse. Gave the little ball fake and head fake, then spun right back towards the center of the lane. Put up a tough fadeaway jump shot.
Davis dribbling from right to left, gets into the lane, lost control of it, went to the ground to save it. Now Williams with a deep 3 from out top. It's off the mark. Daggett tips the rebound out. McLean Corley saves it on that far sideline, and it's Ram basketball.
It feels like Millersville is trying to force some shots here the last couple of possessions. They've gotten almost to within single digits and just trying to force, almost like they're trying to get the lead back with 1 shot.
Jarrell Jones open, right side 3, comes off the iron, and the rebound grabbed by John Preston.
Great box out by Daniel McLean Corley. Never allowed anybody from Millersville to truly get their hand on the basketball or 2 hands on the basketball.
We'll have a situation with the shot clock, it looks like. As that ball did come off the rim, the clock never reset, and they'll put it at 17. So the inbounds to Jarrell Jones. Backs his way in to the left low post, spins baseline, shot up off the back iron, and Wosu the rebound.
Exact opposite of the move he tried a few possessions back. Fake to the inside, and then went to go baseline.
Davis firing a three from the right side. It's off the iron in the backboard. McLean Corley the rebound. Shepherd basketball still with that 69-56 advantage.
For a team that hasn't hit a whole lot of threes today, they are not bashful from beyond the arc, Matt. Millersville is going to stick with the game plan as Jarrell Jones loses the basketball out of bounds.
Yeah, spinning towards the baseline from that right corner. Wanted to make a move down the baseline and left without the basketball. He left it out of bounds.
One of those important things you got to take with you.
I've got that as only the 7th Ram turnover of the game, so Shepherd's been pretty good protecting the basketball. Into the front court on the dribble. Kyrie Williams sending to Keir from the left side. His three, an air ball short. Great box out Thomas Lang. He's got a Ram ball. 69-56, that Shepherd advantage, holding at 13. Millersville's had, 3 trips down the floor to chip into it. They've done it on the defensive end, but can't get the shots on the offensive end. And here's another turnover. Whoa, wait a minute. We'll have a whistle on a foul.
Low. Dan McLean Corley ran right into Kyrie Williams. It was away from the ball, but some contact down low. Good call by our officials.
Yeah, he was passing that ball away as the contact came, and so Shepherd gets 20 on that shot clock, and they'll inbound the ball. Daggett's got it. He's going to drive the baseline left side. Fouled as he goes up for the shot. Gabe Keir at 6'1", came for some help defense against the 6'6" Daggett, and all he could do was get him on the arm. So Daggett to the line for the first time in this one. Daggett a 67% foul shooter, 28 of 42 on the year. He's got 9 points on the night, including a 3. And this foul shot comes off the right side of the rim, no good. That is the second miss in this second half for the Rams from the line. Free throw on the way, and this one is good. So Daggett gets 1 of 2. He gets into double digits, and the Rams have a 70-56 advantage. Nwosu on the right side, dribbles into the lane, turns, gives it out to Hendricks. His 3 ball up and good. Mekhi Hendricks drains his second 3 of the second half, and we'll have a timeout being taken by head coach Casey Stitzel. Should leave him just 1 through the remainder of this one. 70-59 is the Shepherd advantage. This is just a 30-second timeout, and so we will go ahead and keep it here. If you missed it earlier, it was a career night for Abby Beeman. The freshman goes for 38 points, 21 for Marley McLaughlin, and 20 for Sydney Clayton, as the Rams women's team scored a 96-62 victory over Millersville in the opener of this doubleheader.
All right, Matt, I know that the comparisons are going to start here soon anyway. Does Abby Beeman have a chance to break just about every one of the records that Morgan Arden set?
I mean, when you look at her freshman year,
because I don't think Morgan Arden had the freshman year that Beeman's having.
You got to imagine she has a chance. Certainly the way that she is playing right now. We'll see how it goes over these next 3 years. Ram basketball out of the timeout, able to break the press and into the front court. Daggett slows it down. Lang with it on that far side. Giving to Preston, to Jarrell Jones in this left corner. Jones spinning into the lane, left hands it up and in.
Yeah, just cradled it with his left hand and never went back to the dribble, so it wasn't a carry per se, but just did a good job of cradling that basketball and finishing with the offhand.
Hendricks still on this right wing, dribbles towards that foul line, turns, gives to Sullivan. Into the lane, he comes to a jump stop. To Nwosu, right of the lane, he turns and puts it up and in. Tough shot for Justin Nwosu with Daggett right in his face. 72-61. Shepherd out in front, 4:20 and counting. Preston in the front court slows it down. Thomas Lang now with it on that far side. Rams looking for the series sweep. Good backdoor cut by Daggett. Bounce feed from Preston, and we will have, let's see, a whistle as opposed to the held ball, as Mekhi Hendricks got to the ball at the exact same time as Daggett. Hang on. 2 officials are going to get together and talk about this one. They are going to call the foul on Mekhi Hendricks.
I don't agree with that one, Matt. I think that was a good job by both players getting to the basketball and fighting for possession.
Once again, Coach Stitzel in that pose. Hands out from his sides, palms up, looking at the officials going, he got to the ball first. Kyle Daggett at the line, free throw up and good. And he really did.
Yeah.
And Daggett with another foul shot opportunity. He puts this one in as well. Extends that lead to 74-61. Nearing 4 minutes left in this one. The Rams 4 minutes away from a season-long 4-game winning streak, going into some tough road games. Nice drive, Sullivan, and the one-hand slam dunk. James Sullivan, the 6'3 junior, with the flush. 74-63, the Shepherd advantage. McLean Corley works across midcourt as the Rams again break that pressure, that trap in the backcourt. Thomas Lang sending to Daggett, around to Jones on that right sideline, directly in front of the Ram bench. Jones going to fire for three, left it short off the rim. Rebound tipped up in the air. Sullivan has it. He'll work into the front court. Passing off, knocked away by Preston. Couldn't save it from going out of bounds. Almost.
It was almost, yeah, fast break the other way for Dan McLean Corley. Would have easily been a one or two-handed flush.
He wanted it too. He's got a smile on his face as he walks it back out to the midcourt stripe. All right, our under 4 timeout has come. A 60-second break with 3:24 remaining in this one. Back after this timeout with Shepherd in front, 74-63.
You care about your car, so you take it to the best mechanic. You love your dog, so you take it to a vet you trust. So why go with just anyone when it comes to your insurance? With a local Allstate agent, you get expert advice you can trust and the best coverage for you. And because they live in your community, you can always count on them to be there when you need them the most.
Call Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery. Anthony'sMenu.com.
The Shark family back at it again.
Nothing says college basketball like Baby Shark. A tradition like no other.
Right now, no sport can escape it. It's like Sharknado. It's sweeping the nation. 74-63. Shepherd out in front coming out of the timeout. Williams on the right sideline giving it off to Sullivan. Back to Williams, down to that right baseline. He'll pull up, and the jump shot good.
Nice runner.
Williams, I got him at 22, leading the way for Millersville. Lang in a double team in the backcourt, throws it away. Sullivan with the steal. 3 from the top of the key. Oh, he got it. James Sullivan now has 9 points.
And don't look now, Millersville back within 6.
Yeah, 74-68. John Preston down the floor to the rim. Shot wouldn't go. McLean Corley couldn't handle the rebound, and the ball goes into the hands of Hendricks. Hendricks down the floor, driving into the lane, and an offensive foul.
Good call. Use that offhand on Thomas Lang.
Yeah.
Lang's feet were moving, but use that offhand did Mekhi Hendricks. I think that's a very, very good call.
So Shepherd will inbound against that full court pressure. 74-68, the Ram advantage. Still a lot of time. 2:45 left in this one. Lang giving to Preston in the backcourt to Jones. Jones up the near sideline into the front court. Almost lost it out of bounds, and he did. Oh, it ended up hitting the sideline back-to-back Ram turnovers. And Shepherd head coach Justin Namalik now going to call the timeout.
You got to think going through Coach Namalik's head right now is, oh no, not again.
Have we seen this before?
Yeah, this has been way too common of an occurrence this year. And in a matter of seconds, there's a quick 5-0 run. And it's been a nice little run the best of the game so far for Millersville, getting them as close as they've been in a very, very long time.
And again, a must-win for Shepherd. Lockhaven 8-10, Shepherd 8-10, Kutztown 8-10. The three teams right now battling to be the number 5 and the number 6 teams in the PSAC East. Those two, 5 and 6, will get in. 7 will not. So one of those three teams is going to get left out in the cold, and with Shepherd having to go to East Stroudsburg, who is second in the PSAC East, and Shippensburg, who is first, the Rams have to have this one tonight. 74-68 Shepherd. Hendricks into the front court. To Nwosu. Back to Hendricks. Right side three on the way. Off the back rim, no good. Daggett clears the rebound. Ram basketball.
Man, we were right on that shot line, and that thing looked good from our vantage point. Just a little too strong.
P.J. Jordan in the backcourt, passing ahead to Preston. He's got it in that front court. Jordan with it now on the left wing. Shepherd going to settle into that offense. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Double team comes. Jordan picked up that dribble, has to get rid of it, and eventually we get, let's see, a timeout taken by head coach Justin Emily. Is that what we had?
No.
Oh, wow. I thought we had the whistle from the far sideline, and it's actually going to be a foul in that double team for Justin Nwosu. His first, and we'll see P.J. Jordan go to the line. He is 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. Puts this one up and through. Yeah, my apologies. Everything looked good on that double team. I thought we were getting close to the 5-second violation and that Coach Namlick can maybe call the timeout. That was not the case at all. Free throws good for Jordan. Shepherd pushes that lead back out, 76-68.
Big possession here for Millersville. They need a basket. 2 minutes left to play. Having their best run of the game so far, but they've got to counter what Shepherd just did.
Williams for three. Got it. Kyrie Williams has 25. 76-71. The Shepherd lead at 5. Lang into the front court. Picks up that dribble, splits the double team, has the basketball knocked away, and it's Hendricks with the steal. Hendricks to the rim, and the layup is good.
Single digits, Matt. One possession. It's gone from single digits to one possession in a matter of what? A minute of game time? Minute and a half of game time?
Yes.
It's been a very, very quick run. Let's go back to the 18th of January. These teams in eastern Pennsylvania at Millersville. 73-72 was the final, and it was a buzzer beater for Thomas Lang to win that one. 2 minutes ago, you were thinking, all right, this is all cosmetic from here. Shepherd's been dominating this game just like that. A couple of turnovers, a couple of big shots. Millersville is right back in the game. One possession, a three would tie it.
How about a 14-4 run, Matt? Shepherd had the lead at 72-59, and since that point in time, which was what, just a little under 3 minutes or so left in this one, well, it's been Millersville with some big steals and some big three-point baskets. A 14-4 run has them back within 3. Hey, look, if Shepherd's going to win, it's going to be exciting in some way, shape, or form.
Something about this juncture of the game that Shepherd just likes to make a lot more exciting than I think Coach Namlick or any of these fans would like. Shepherd has dominated this game start. I can't say finish yet, but start to about a minute and a half ago. And
Matt, you talked about it, though. Millersville had yet to have their run.
Yep.
Now they're having it.
And could it be at the best time possible for them? Right now it's at the right time.
John Preston gives the inbounds to Jordan. Back to Preston. That's to Lang on the far side. Back to Jordan, still in the backcourt. Working towards midcourt. Eventually crosses that line before the 10-second violation. Lang in a double team.
Somehow able to get that basketball out to P.J. Jordan.
Very fortunate. Jordan with it. Shot clock down to 10. Jordan into the lane. A little behind the back dribble. Almost lost it. Regains control. Again into the lane now. Turns back baseline. Short jumper. Good. Oh, the freshman P.J. Jordan with a big bucket.
Millersville could not have played better defense right there. That was just an excellent shot by the freshman.
Williams working his way into the lane. Forced up the shot. Again, a lot of contact. No foul called. Preston gets the rebound. And let's see, there may need to be fouls for Millersville to try to stop this clock. And sure enough, Mekhi Hendricks comes up and commits his 4th personal foul. Wow, 78-73. Shepherd with the lead, and free throws coming And Kyrie Williams with a strong drive to the basket. An awful lot of contact on that missed shot.
Not who they want to put at the foul line. John Preston, an 83% free throw shooter.
35 of 42 coming in, is yet to go to the line this game. He puts this one up and through. He's got 13 points on the night. Well, a two-possession game. Could make it a three-possession game, and he does. He rattles it home. 80-73, the Shepherd advantage. Into the front court, Kyrie Williams. Down the left side of the lane, looks to spin, now gives out top. That's Sullivan. Three ball good. James Sullivan with another three.
Millersville, no timeouts left. So the only way the clock is going to stop is if, or the only way they're going to be able to go back to their bench and get a play drawn up is if Shepherd calls a timeout.
Kyrie Williams picking up his fourth personal foul and sending P.J. Jordan, the freshman, right back to the line.
Maybe who you want to put at the line. Again, good in this game so far, but on the season, basically knocking down one out of every two.
He is 5 for 6 tonight. Make it 5 for 7. Double bonus. Now 10 fouls or better than 10 fouls for Millersville. See that big breath from Jordan as he puts the next one up. He gets it to go. 81-76, 34 seconds left. Inbounds, rolls up the near sideline. Eventually Williams picks it up. Top of the key. Three on the way. Got it. Kyrie Williams. Wow, he's up to 28.
2-point game, 81-79. Shot clock is off, so they're going to have to foul.
Lang races into the front court, avoiding the trap. Gives it off to Jarrell Jones in the corner. Back to Lang, and we've got a whistle and a foul. So Jarrell Jones will be going to the line as he was fouled, leaping into the air to get that pass away. And looks to be... They have 4 on the board for Hendricks, but no, that's got to be his 5th. Yeah, I was going to say he had his 4th just moments ago. So Hendricks is going to foul out with 21 seconds left. He'll finish with 14 points, including a couple of threes, and he went 2 for 4 from the line. Now Jarrell Jones to the charity stripe. He was 1 for 2 in the first half, makes this one. He's got 8 points on the ball game, 82-79. That's Shepherd advantage. Now the all-important one to make it a 2-possession game. Free throw up, free throw good. Jones gets them both, 83-79 Shepherd. Williams into the front court up this near side. Around a double screen, maintains the dribble, now stops and pops. His 18-footer rims out, and Nwosu's put back wouldn't go. Oh, but Nwosu got it back as Davis kept it alive, and he puts it through, cutting that deficit to 2 again, 83-81. And Lang is found in the backcourt with 8.8 left.
Man, and Lang is lucky they got on him that quick. He was anticipating that foul and had already picked the basketball up and started shuffling those feet. He is very, very lucky that they fouled him as quick as they did. That could have very easily been a terrible turnover in the backcourt.
Thomas Lang is 3 for 3 from the line in this one, and the foul shot is up and off the rim, no good. Lang was the one that hit the 3 from the corner, fading away for a 73-72 win at Millersville. Could not ice this one fully away. If he makes this free throw, and he does, it's still a 1-possession game, 84-81. Can Millersville find the game-tying 3? Williams into the front court, dribbling on the wing left side, pulls up, and the shot, an air ball, the rebound to Keir. His shot wouldn't go. Tip attempt, I don't think it's going to count. Yes, it will count. It will count for Nwosu. The tip is good. The final score will be 84-83 as Shepherd will get the victory by 1 point. Wow.
That's one way to finish it out. Take what looked like it was an in-the-bag game and make it a 1-point decision at the end. That's Shepherd basketball, but that's a win at the end of the day for a team that needed one.
Hey, they finally have a 4-game winning streak. They are riding some momentum as Shepherd will head on the road for key games this Saturday at East Stroudsburg, next Wednesday at Shippensburg. And the outcome of those 2 games could very well depend on the, it could write the outcome for this season for Shepherd, right now on the verge of making the PSAC tournament postseason. Now the team is gathering down to our left. Heading down courtside is Matt Crawford. He'll be talking with head coach Justin Namalik as we come back and get into our post-game show. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and then return to the Butcher Center as we get our post-game underway. Your final, it is the Shepherd Rams 84 and Millersville 83.
If you have been injured in an auto accident or due to someone's negligence and you want to know what your rights are, call Ferretti Law Office at 264-8505 to discuss your claim for free. Attorney Joe Ferretti is prepared to answer your questions and explain your options. Put Joe Ferretti's legal experience and history of proven results in your corner to fight the bullies from the insurance companies. At Ferretti Law Office, we're here to help you win.
West Virginia's a Republican state, so why elect a worn-out tax-raising Joe Manchin retread as governor instead of a real Republican like Michael Folk? Mike Folk's the strong pro-Trump conservative who will ban sanctuary cities, stop red flag gun laws, rebuild our roads, and fight liberal tax schemes. Mike Folk's opponents, Justice and Thrasher, 2 worn-out tax-raising Manchin retreads. Justice pushed a liberal tax scheme, then switched parties for his own personal gain, and Thrasher, an empty-suit Justice Democrat who switched parties after backing Justice's massive tax hike scheme. Jim Justice, Woody Thrasher, 2 worn-out tax-raising Manchin retreads. They've blown their chance. Mike Folk for governor. Because it's time for a change. Time for a conservative change. Michael Folk, governor.
I'm Mike Folk. West Virginia needs a strong conservative Republican who supports the Constitution, President Trump, and always puts taxpayers first.
Paid for by Michael Folk for governor.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Phone.
Care can be distracting.
Phone.
That's why our Whirlpool Smart Range lets you care smarter with control from anywhere. So life doesn't revolve around your range.
Give me that Phillips screwdriver, would you, kiddo?
Every day, care.
I think I'll keep you around.
Whirlpool.
The fact that the Rams had a 10-point halftime lead at 41-31. This one played out in, well, kind of typical Ram fashion this season. It was a tight game early. We were tied at 8 after Millersville took a 10-8 lead. Shepherd went in front 11-10 and then pushed the lead out to 7. Kept waiting to see if they could get that lead out to double digits, and eventually they did at 33-23, and then held on to that 10-point lead at the intermission, as we mentioned, 41-31. They came out hot to start the second half. Didn't take them long to push that lead out to 52-34, and then kind of held on to that big double-digit lead. Got it out to 61-46, and it was 66-47 before Millersville went on a quick 8-0 run. That got them back to within 13 at 66-53, and in fact got them within 66-55, just an 11-point deficit. Again, you would see the Rams push that lead out to 72-59, and that's when the biggest run came in the game for Millersville as they went on a 14-4 run, cut the deficit down to 3 at 76-73. Shepherd able then to hold on down the stretch. The lead got cut down to 81-79. got cut down to 83-81, and then the two-pointer at the end of the game on a putback from a missed three that could have tied it gives us our final score, a 1-point Ram victory at 84-83. As we begin to take a look at some of the numbers from this one, both teams shot well. Shepherd 49% field goal percentage, 24 of 49, 48.5% for Millersville, knocking down 32 of 66 shots. Millersville went 11 of 24 from beyond the three-point line. That's almost 46%, while Shepherd went 48%. They hit 14 out of 29 three-pointers. One of the big differences, the foul line. The Shepherd Rams were 22 of 29 from the charity stripe. Millersville only got to the line 14 times and only made 8 of them. 57% foul shooting is a real difference in this ball game, because otherwise Millersville made 32 shots to Shepherd's 24. Shepherd made 14 threes to Millersville's 11. Those things kind of evening out until you get to the free throws, and then Shepherd 22 made free throws to just 8 made foul shots for Millersville. Millersville wins the rebounding battle 35-29, including 11 offensive boards. Shepherd had just 4 offensive rebounds, and the Rams ultimately end up with 10 turnovers, some costly ones down the stretch that helped to make this game a lot closer. 9 turnovers committed by Millersville. It was Kyrie Williams leading the Marauder offense with 28 points, 21 for Justin Nwosu, 14 points for Makai Hendricks, and 12 for James Sullivan. In double figures for Shepherd, Thomas Lang had 22, including 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. 16 for Daniel McLean Corley. He hit 5 out of 7 shots in the ball game. 12 points for Kyle Daggett, 11 for P.J. Jordan, and 14 points for John Preston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rams going in double figures. So there are some numbers from this one. Right now, let's send it down courtside. Matt Crawford standing by with the head coach.
Down here with Victoria's head coach Justin Namely. Coach, I'm sure a lot more excitement at the end of that one than you were expecting, or at least in a different way. What's you out of your team tonight?
At least you didn't use the word fun. That was a fun one. No. You know, I told the guys at half that they were going to make a run. You know, we told them they're going to press us, they're going to trap ball screens. You know, and then once we kind of got a little passive versus the press, we kind of got away with what we kind of did. And it wasn't like we had some turnovers versus the press, but even when we came down to the half court, just not getting organized. You know, and so that was disappointing. But, you know, I've always said that, you know, we had the lead. You know, when you have the lead, your margin for error is a little bit bigger. Like when you're behind, you know, every mistake, you know, you're fighting back, every mistake is magnified, you know, where when you have the lead, you know, each time, like, we got to, you know, after something happens, we can come back here and try to get a stop. So we were fortunate to have the lead to be able to pull that game out.
Your team obviously going to be a team that offensively shoots a lot of threes. That was really your bread and butter tonight. Without those threes, this is a different ball game. Yeah. What did you see from beyond the arc tonight?
I mean, one of the things we've been trying to work on is just getting guys to crack the paint and kick it out. You know, and it was a couple of times there, and both the Thomas's threes early were just simple drives, getting into the paint and kicking it out. You know, and we kind of got away from that again because we weren't getting organized in our offense and just not being able to kick it out. So, I mean, that's what we're going to do. You know, hopefully, yeah, I think a big difference was like with Philip Jordan being in foul trouble in that second half, because he's our guy that can really kind of get in the paint. We would have really been able to use him versus the press to beat it. You know, and he's one of the best to get in the paint. So, you know, we won. You know, it's a. You know, wish we'd have kind of ended better, but, you know, we got the W. We just got to get ready for Saturday.
Between PJ and Dan McLean Corley, how impressed are you with your young guys this year so far?
No, I've been really happy with them. They've come a long way. They keep getting better. You know, they're just scratching the surface, you know, because, PJ can become a better shooter. Daniel can become a better defender. Daniel needs to learn how to push through tiredness better, get the next play. So, they're doing a good job, and they have a lot of potential. But even, too, I sometimes think, I don't know if young is the right word for us. We're inexperienced. Because you talk about Kyle and Jarrell. Both those guys have come a long way, in their development this year. So I've been really happy with the development of a lot of our guys on our team.
This game at home, not a whole lot of home games left for you guys, not a whole lot of games, period, left. How big was this one to get in front of the home crowd?
I mean, it was nice. It was nice. Like you said, we only got one more left. It was nice to get a win for our fans. Hope they come back on Saturday. Not this Saturday, following Saturday against Mansfield, but we're in our position was, to start the year just being, down the bottom of the standings. This game was important because we gained a game on Millersville. We got to have to keep clawing and keep our, fighting our way out of it, fighting our way out of the bottom. And I mean, the PSAC East is just so bundled up. There's going to be a good team that gets left out of the playoffs, and we just hope it's not us. We got to make sure we keep doing what we're doing, keep making improvements what we're doing, so we get a chance, because I feel like we can compete with any team in the league.
You mentioned Mansfield being the last home game, a couple of tough road games for you all coming up against teams ahead of you in the standings. What do you see over the next week?
Stroudsburg's going to be tough. I've never been there, but you watch them on film. They got a big area gym. They're going to press you. Their fans get into it. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to get a lot of production from our bench. We're going to have to get some good minutes from our bench. Cam Stevens, Noah Wimbush, Marcus Gorham. Those guys we're going to need them. But we got to regroup, man. We got to regroup, get ready for that press, and keep this thing going, and try to get another win on the road, where we haven't been good. We did it last Saturday against Kutztown. It's another opportunity for us to get a win on the road.
Coach, congratulations. Good luck Saturday.
All right, thanks, Matt.
Matt, back up to you.
All right, there you go. Matt Crawford talking with victorious head coach Justin Namalik. He hit the nail on the head. Got to get wins on the road now. The Rams just 3-8 away from the friendly confines here at the Butcher Athletic Center, where they are now 10-4 overall. The Rams 13-12 and now 9-10 in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference East. Millersville falls to 13-13. They are now 11-10 in league play and just 3-10 on the road. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us. Great doubleheader sweep tonight for the Shepherd Rams as the women get the victory in game one, 96-62 in the nightcap. The men hold on for an 84-83 win. Thanks to each of our sponsors supporting our coverage of Ram basketball. Thank you for joining us here at TV10, WRNR TV on YouTube, as well as the Shepherd Rams websites. We say thanks to all of the folks here at the Butcher Athletic Center for their help and support with the broadcast, including Andy Ferguson and Melanie Ford. Chip Ransom, Sports Information Director. Thanks to Colin McLaughlin back at the studio, our producer and engineer. John Alderton, our TV10 cameraman. For Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller, saying until next time, so long, everyone.
You've been watching play-by-play video coverage of NCAA Division II basketball featuring the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference and your Shepherd University Rams. Today's game has been brought to you by Hagerstown Ford. We deliver to your home. FordofHagerstown.com. Panhandle Dumpsters, because you have a choice. PanhandleDumpsters.com. The Mirius Group. Start planning for a brilliant future. The Joe Ferretti Law Office in downtown Martinsburg, delivering first-rate service and results for our clients. Green Tree Realty, a great place to call home. Jackie Lewis Broker, GreenTreeRealty.com. Mike Folk for Governor, accountable, ethical, responsible. Folk4WV.com. And by Smallwood and Small, an Erie affiliate, Total Insurance Solutions. TV10 thanks you for watching today's presentation of Shepherd University Rams basketball. All rights reserved.